Trackglaze Vertical is a sliding secondary glazing system for effective heat and noise insulation, particularly useful for sash windows. This video covers preparation, measuring up and installation of the product. It's simple to operate, with no weights or mechanisms involved, relying on panes being lifted manually and supported when lowered, then being propped in position using special stop strips. It means that large panes, if allowed, will fall because of gravity. For this reason, we recommend you watch the demonstration on the companion video, How Trackglaze Vertical Works, on our website tubeway.co.uk and our online shopping site secondarydiyglazing.com, where you can also buy 4mm polycarbonate panels that the system uses. There are alternative easy-fix secondary glazing systems for all types of windows, should you have any safety concerns about Trackglaze Vertical. Each window kit contains, in either white or brown, adhesive double track, suitable for a window up to a maximum of 2 metres high and 1.2 metres wide, push fit handles for the top and bottom of both panes, bristle seal, which is hidden within the tracks on all 4 sides, plus where the 2 panes overlap, push fit stop strips, used in pairs to prop any raised panes at various heights to suit you, and surface preparation wipes to help the adhesives bond cleanly. Trackglaze Vertical needs to be fitted within a cavity in order to naturally support the weight of the panes and their movement. If your window doesn't sit in a usable cavity, as for example most sash windows don't, you'll need to make one using wooden battens or window conversion angles, attaching them to the window surround on all 4 sides. The angles have 25mm faces, suitable for the 19mm wide tracks that will be stuck to them, and at 3mm thick are very strong. There are more details on our websites. Measure the cavity in which it will be installed, or if not built yet, to the edges of where the cavity will sit. For example, here to here, here to here. Work out what level you want the bottom pane to reach from the base of the cavity and subtract 11mm from this dimension to give you the height of this pane. Then take the full height of the cavity, less 6mm, which is the total height of the 2 panes required. This figure, less the height of the bottom pane, gives the height of the top pane and allows them to overlap in the middle. Pane widths are 6mm less than the cavity width. There is a detailed working example of these instructions in the PDF on our websites. Remember that when ordering panels, do not use glass. Polycarbonate is more suitable than acrylic for strength, and the panes must be 4mm thick. For installation, first reread the full instructions carefully and decide whether to have square or mitered corners of the tracks, as either will work for this system. For mitered corners, cut lengths of the tracks to the exact length of each side of the cavity, then miter to suit. If square corners, cut the top and bottom lengths, then dry fit them to measure the exact length of each side. In both cases, do not stick in place yet. Stick bristle into both channels of the top and bottom tracks. For this and all similar operations, it's easiest to peel a little off the backing, position, then strip out the rest of the backing. Stick only the bottom track in position within the cavity. On one glazing panel, peel back a little of the protective film on all edges on both sides. Double check which are the vertical edges and then stick bristle seal to both, adjacent to the edge, on the same side of the sheet. Repeat for the other panel. When in position, the seal will face the centre of the tracks. Cut 4 pieces of handle to the full width of the gap between the side tracks. Push onto the horizontal edges of one panel, leaving equal distances to the vertical edges and making sure the flat edge is on the same side as the bristle. The panel will now look like this. Dry fit the panel to ensure the handles are aligned with each other, then repeat with the other panel. You can stick one side track in place, then position the panels in the tracks within the other side track to dry fit again. Using small pieces of stop strip to help if needed, close both panes fully. The handles should overlap at the join. Remove the panes and stick bristle seal to the inside of both centre handles so that when fully closed, the bristles interact to seal the window. Stick the remaining tracks in place with the panes fitted to look like this. Cut full length pieces of stop strip for both sides to secure the top pane. Additional lengths can be cut for propping the panes open or if at any point strips get mislaid. Note that for very wide windows, there may be sufficient flex in the polycarbonate panes to fit and remove when the tracks are fixed in position. The narrower the pane, the less feasible this is, so care must be taken not to force a pane in or out. Use of the window conversion angles can allow a whole side to be unscrewed and taken off should the panes need removing. Remember that the panels are reversible, so you can swap front for back without losing function or affecting the cosmetic appearance. This can be done retrospectively if required. Thanks for watching.